I'm going to do a video tour of this pull and spa control panel. On the design brief for this one we had a small single phase supply, so we've had to use 5 variable speed drives with single phase in 3 phase out to allow for the pumps not starting at the same time. So the pumps can never actually, 2 of them, start at the same time. We'll start on the outside of the panel, and we have a full colour 7-inch touchscreen with various icons for plant. This one is for the filter pumps. As you can see, the spa one's running, the other one's in standby, and if it had a trip, that would have been red and said tripped. We go on next to a water feature. The water feature has a run time which counts down and again is started, and you can see the flow rate which is relevant to the pump speed, and that's the same for the air blower. This one's off, and if we start it, you see it start and ramp up. There is a slight delay, so that's because 2 of them can never start at the same time. The jets is the same facility. Next we have the backwash tank control. This is for the backwash tank pump to empty the tank. It can be on hand, off, or auto, and if it's on auto there's a rundown timer which counts down in elapsed time, and then if the tank is full it will empty it. Next we have the heating, a digital stat, a set point which we can adjust by touching the screen, and a hysteresis, which is the point below the set point at which the heating comes back on. We also have a handoff timed, a time switch which again we can change by just touching the button, and we have an overtemp alarm delay. All the alarms come up on the screen as alarms and can be checked, and all the times recorded. On the switches pages we have the pull lights, handoff and timed, again with a time switch, pull UV and dosing, and spa UV and dosing, and these ones are interlocked to the filter pump. So as you can see at the minute, the pull ones won't work because the filter pump isn't running. If we go back to the filter pump, we can start the pump. Then we might have to give it 2 presses sometimes. That's just to say that 2 can't start. Now it's running. Go back to the switches, and we can turn on the UV and the dosing, and a simple switch for the pull cover. We have a comms OK light that just tells us the communications to the variable speed drives are OK, and an engineering section. Engineering, you had to enter a passcode to get into the section, and in here we have the set speed and reset for the drives. On the pull filter pump we can have a nighttime setback speed flow rate, and the spa one is the same, to set the speed and reset it, and we can also alter the engineer's code in case anybody gets it. And on this page we have the same for the other 3 pumps. If the drives did trip or anything went wrong and the end user doesn't have access to engineering, the panel can be completely reset by purely cycling the power on and off. Inside we have the rear of the controller, the instructions, the 5 variable speed drive, and the only buttons in use on the front are to set the parameters, so you can set the pump current when you set the drives up. Down below we have the 24 volt distribution, some relays for the equipment, the MCBs for the supply for the equipment, level controller, power supply, backwash tank pump controls, which is the starter and the RCD. Underneath that we have ingoing and outgoing terminals, and a changeover relay for volt-free contacts for the heating. An earth bar, a neutral bar, RCD, main door interlocked isolator, a ventilation fan which at the moment is disconnected. We also have with this panel a temperature sensor and extension lead, and the touch buttons that go beside the spa. These again may have a slight delay, you might have to press them twice to operate the plant. It's just to make sure 2 things can't happen at the same time. See the drive stop now. This is just going to simulate the backwash tank being full, so we can put the probes into the water. We've now overfilled the tank. The main beacon is flashing and the alarm out to be sent. This is just on this one particular panel these facilities were asked for. That's just a quick tour of the panel. If you need any further information on any type of control panel, as they're all bespoke, please don't hesitate to contact us in the usual way.